Alright everybody, today I'm excited to show you this super easy tutorial for the Citadelle Easter egg here at Zombies of Black Ops 6. I see a lot of people doing this Easter egg relatively late in the game, and today we're going to go ahead and rectify that. I got a few tips and tricks. So what we're going to do first is go ahead and open up the main door to the castle. Go ahead and grab that wire running back to the left side of the map. And what we're going to do that for is we're going to go ahead and grab one of the lightning rods by shooting this little electric box right here. Pick it up. Then we're going to proceed to go ahead and open up the castle. You can get most of these steps done relatively early, even before you start your staff. So we're going to go ahead and open up. I prefer opening up the right side of the map. We open up the right side of the castle. It's faster, less doors. So then we're going to go ahead and get Pack-a-Punch started. Get them out the way relatively fast, relatively easy. Depending on your perks, man, and your amount of teammates, this can be done, as early as I think like round 15. So we're going to go ahead and start the Easter egg now. Come talk to the old man over here behind the wall. Come upstairs. We're going to grab all these little pieces. What these fragments do essentially is we're going to go ahead and use these to figure out exactly what traps we need to go ahead and activate, step on, and gather souls around later on in the Easter egg. So there's 4 of them. We grab those. And then next step, what we're going to go ahead and do is come down here, break open this wall. You need Macchiato Punch to do that. So we break this wall, get the symbols, then come back to the beginning of the map. I recommend you opening this door. We didn't grab the lightning rod the first time through, but it's okay. We'll grab it the second round through. But I do recommend you go ahead and get this horseshoe, shoot it down as such, pick it up. We'll need that later on for the lightning Easter egg. So go back to the parlor, and on these little bottles, or alchemy bottles as I say, there's about 6 of them. You go around and get the symbols. Once you have acquired all 6 of these symbols, you head back down to the bottom of the castle, input your code, and then you can move on to the next step. You can do this relatively easy before getting the swords. That way you can focus on just doing the swords. It makes the Easter egg a hell of a lot easier to me. I don't want to focus on doing this step, filling up the traps, and then the mystical orb all the way in like round 20. It pushes it all the way to like round 40 or something like that. So go ahead, finish up like this. You got a zombie or crawler, just run around in circles until you finish up. After that's all done, it should be a red orb. Go ahead, look at that, figure out your sequence, figure out which 4 traps you need to go ahead and activate. Okay, we're gonna come back up, and now what I recommend doing is you go ahead and do the second step for the incantations. So we're gonna go ahead and do the lightning one. Not the lightning one, the light one first. So that requires you to shoot in this particular order. You can follow my sequence right here. Once we've done that, we go ahead and get us a charm. That charm we're gonna pick up, we're gonna save it for later. Run back down here, hit the fast travel. It's gonna give us the next charm for the Raven. So you're gonna slide down here, use a gun, shoot this Raven on the porch, shoot at the sky once it comes out, pick up the charm. Once we got the charm, we're gonna go ahead and do these 2 incantations. We got a little bit of extra time, so why not go ahead and get them out the way? It helps us. We don't have to worry about high rounds and a whole lot of zombies, especially when you're in solo mode. So come down here, put the light charm down, and then proceed to fill up the souls. It takes a couple of souls, maybe like 20 or 25 zombies. So just run around in that ammo kit's right there to help you out. It should be really easy. We're on round 7 doing this, most likely round 8 now. So we're going to fill it up, and then right downstairs is the Raven. So then right after that, we open up this door that we haven't opened up before. Come down here, right next to the next door. We're going to go ahead and put down the Raven charm and rinse and repeat. Do the same thing. Alright, immediately after doing this, we're going to go ahead and grab some Molotov. Go outside, and we're going to go ahead and get the fire incantation. Do this, you got to go ahead and hit these 3 bonfires. First one is outside the castle, so hit it like that. Every time that you hit these bonfires, it's going to spawn in a few zombies. So just take them out. Next one is in front of the castle. Hit it like that. Boom. A couple more zombies are going to spawn in. Nothing too major. Just go ahead and knock them out. I recommend that you get this second one done. You run around to the third one. And then upon hitting this third one, is going to spawn in a boss zombie. Go ahead and kill that boss zombie. Take it out. Then you're going to go ahead and get the rod charm. Pick it up off the ground. You can jump immediately down from the castle on your right here. You can put that charm down and fill up the souls. Like I said, it takes about 20-25 zombies. Don't be mad if you ended the round. Like I said, we're on early round, so it really doesn't matter that much. We're just trying to get these out the way so we can focus solely on upgrading the swords and not getting the incantations later. So, after that, go ahead, hop inside of the turret, fast travel, whatever you want to call it. Jump down, it's a spark. That spark could have the horseshoe. So look up in the sky, you should see a cloud that's shooting down lightning. Go over there. Upon running up, you'll see a couple of zombies spawn in. There should be a glowing horseshoe. Grab that, run back down the spawn, push down the horseshoe, rinse and repeat. Now, upon doing this, you've completed all the incantations. And now all you have to do is focus on upgrading the swords, which you can do in a relatively easy manner, like 1 or 2 rounds after round 10. So I recommend doing them in a particular order though, because they can be very, very annoying. I hate the lightning sword, so I always recommend doing the lightning sword first. It takes the most amount of time to do, it can eat up a lot of rounds. So go ahead and grab that lightning one first. No, we've gotten the first 2 lightning rods. I might not have shown it, but the first one with the lightning box. The second one is right outside the barn. Third one spawns down here in the jail cell. So once you've gotten all 3, we're going to come up here back in front of the castle. We're going to put them down, and then now begins a little lockdown sequence inside this cloud of lightning. You got to kill zombies and charge the sword. It can be very annoying because it's inconsistent. Now, once you've done that, you can go ahead and pick up your lightning sword, and you're done with the lightning sword because you've already done the incantation, so we can move on right to the next sword. Keep it going, you don't got to waste any time here. And, you probably killed a round or 2 here, so the stamp is falling down, so you just go ahead and use your next step and get the next sword. I recommend now that we got this sword, we can go ahead and we can do the light sword next. The light sword isn't too bad. It just takes some thinking. Most people tend to mess up because they either kill the zombie too early, or they do not run back fast enough. They put their sword back in their back and they pull their other gun out, and then that immediately resets your sword. So just run down here after killing one of those glowing little flying vermin. It takes 4 of them. Hit all 4. No, and if you're not as lucky as I am here, where all 4 spawn in glowing, you can always wait until the next round. Typically, what I like to do, I like to map out my game, and I map out how many intervals there are between each vermin round. That way, it makes the most optimal way to do this. That way, you're not sitting here burning zombie rounds or trying to fight zombies while running back with this. So once you're in that room, you just hit the 4 symbols in the sequence right there in the podium. Once you've hit all 4 symbols, like I have, it should end this little mini game. And after that, the light sword's done. And like I said, we've already done the light incantation, so we do not have to sit here and waste any more time or rounds doing the light incantation on round 12. So immediately we can grab the raven and do the raven sword next. So if you haven't, like I have not, you go ahead and grab that item out of this little mystic room, alchemy room, whatever you want to call it, usually in one of the 4 corners. Head back to spawn, place it down in this little ritual. Now, I don't have any sure way of giving you guys a formula for this sequence here on this trivia game. All I know is that I've taken pictures of them and I can put them down in the description box or the comment box down below, whatever you guys like. But upon doing that, it will spawn these open little portals in the ground, and you want to guide these little orbs into them. Now, just know that these orbs will give you guys damage. Now, the zombies are really annoying during this particular one. I have no idea why, but they're hyper aggressive. They chase you around. You take a lot of damage. So I recommend doing lightning or void first if you can, and doing the light one third, because like I said, it can be really, really annoying. And you don't want to just burn rounds trying to keep the zombies at bay and accidentally killing the zombies. After you finish that, though, you come back downstairs where the little trivia game is at. Put the void down, and it's done. And then we can move right on to the fire. I think the fire sword is the easiest, so I always save the fire for last, because getting the hard ones out the way makes a lot more sense than just wasting time and getting the fire one done and then burning rounds trying to get more stamps or waiting for your whole team to get stamps. Just do the swords as you get the stamps, but follow my guide and do all the extra steps before. Get all of the pieces, items, quest items. After doing all that, get the fire sword, come back up, run in front of the castle, place the fire sword in front of the dragon. Then we're going to run around to these 3 gauntlets around the map. The first one is in the front of the spawn. Open up the right side of the map. That's why we did it first. Use it. Run back up, place the fire in front of the dragon. If you take damage doing this, just hit a purple zombie like I just did. It should refill all your health and should have no problem getting it done. That's typically the hardest. The second one's on the opposite side of spawn. Take it, follow my path on the left side, go back up, place this in front of the dragon. The last one is right behind us, actually, upstairs, right next to the catapult. jump down, grab that, and boom, bada bing, we are finished. All swords are complete by round 13. No need to wait till round 10 to go ahead and get all those steps done. Now, we're pretty much done with the Easter egg. We just have 2 more steps. So this is the most annoying step here. Getting these traps done because it's so inconsistent. They turn off fast sometimes, and you really do not know when you're finished unless you hear a ding. So I've just fast forwarded through that for you guys, save you guys the headache. But once all 4 are done, you can tell by heading back downstairs and looking at the book. The book should be blank. Now, you run up here to the wall, and it should have a sequence for you guys to do for the swords. You're going to grab each incantation in that order. You're going to use L1, and then you're going to emote in front of each one. You're going to know that you've done this step right because the arm, I think the right or the left arm, whichever one in front of you, is going to lift up and it's going to start glowing. So after that starts glowing, place your sword down. You're going to do this for each of your swords. Once all 4 of those swords are done, you should know you've done this right because they should all beam up together and bring down that mystical orb, as you guys will see here in a moment. So I'm just finishing up, grabbing the void, placing it down. Got all 4 lit up. As you see, that orb is coming down for you. You're going to pick up that orb and we're going to head on to do the final step before boss fight. So what you're going to want to do is fill this orb up. It's going to take each of the elements. So they're going to be around the map. The first one's a fire right here in front of the castle. You're going to want to kill zombies with fire immune weapons, whether that be the sword, napalm, the incantation with your L1, whatever your fancy is. But it takes a little bit of time. You know you've done it once you see that little red glow. Lightning can be found in the front of the map. So come down here, place your orb down, and rinse and repeat. Instead of using fire, we're going to use lightning this time. Kill a bunch of zombies. Wait for that red glow beam, and then grab that orb, on to the next. We're gonna take that teleporter, run downstairs. Same place we put the Raven Charm. We're gonna put that mystical orb, and we're gonna do the same thing, this time getting kills with void immune weapons. This is the tightest spot, so be careful. Make sure you're training your zombies right. Make sure you have enough ammunition in your gun. Make sure you have enough in your L1, your incantations. Make sure they're all void imbued. Get it done as fast as you can. After we do this, we're going to do what I think is the easiest of the challenges, which is the life orbs, or if you want to call it the Braveheart sword. So what you're going to do here is you're going to place your mystical orb right next to Vulture, and it's going to spawn these green orbs. All you have to do is run through these orbs. You don't even have to kill the zombies. I didn't kill any zombies that you can see here. If you want to kill the zombies, go right ahead. You got to kill them afterwards. But after you do that, you're finished. Now you will need to take the mystical orb back down to the hallway where we first got the sequence, time pin around 10:45. But after doing that, you're ready for boss fight. But I do recommend you guys do Plaque Park 3. And do not set down that pillar if you're in solo, because it will take you right to boss fight. And you'll be panicking just like how I am, where I'm only pack punch 2 ray gun and pack punch 2 on my primary weapon. And he will destroy you. But thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And like and subscribe for more.